When the purple door closed for the last time, it signaled a very specific kind of conclusion. 10 years of life wrapped up into the exact finish television audiences have come to expect. The group successfully reached their milestones. Monica and Chandler headed to the suburbs to start a family. Ross and Rachel stopped their decade-long pursuit. Phoebe found a partner who finally matched her energy. That leaves Joey, the man who arguably cared the most about the thrill of the chase, left standing at the end of the series alone. For many fans, this felt unfinished, a missing chapter in a story that otherwise gave everyone else a definitive landing spot. For years, the debate has centered on who he should have ended up with, whether it was a mistake to keep him away from a hidden soulmate or a last-minute wedding. But imagine a completely different timeline, one where the cameras just keep on rolling, but no final relationship ever arrives. In this version of the story, Joey stops searching. He discovers he doesn't actually want the traditional ending the others were chasing. This speculative solo life reveals a specific truth about his character. It strongly suggests that Joey was actually operating on a completely different internal clock than anyone else in the room. To see why a solo ending works, we have to look at the psychological friction between Joey and the rest of the group. Most of the ensemble treated happiness as a finish line. The others were on a linear path. Monica needed the perfect home. Ross required the certainty of a marriage. Rachel was focused on her professional and personal evolution. Chandler spent years trying to build a wall of emotional security, and Phoebe looked for a sense of belonging she lacked in her youth. They all had a final destination in mind. Joey's path didn't have a terminal point. He prioritized the immediate experience, the next role, the next meal, the next conversation with a friend. Because he focused on the quality of the present moment rather than the security of the future, his satisfaction never actually required a final romantic partner to validate it. Some argue he stayed single because he was too immature to handle a real commitment, assuming he was just avoiding the hard work of a relationship. But his history with Kathy showed he could be intensely vulnerable, and the way he handled his feelings for Rachel, stepping back to preserve her happiness, demonstrated a level of selflessness the others often struggled to reach. These moments show he didn't lack the capacity for love. He simply reached a point where he refused to force a connection just to fill a societal expectation. In the years following the finale, this maturity begins to manifest in his daily life. His acting career shifts from the pursuit of stardom to a steady, respected craft. He builds a routine and a home that belongs entirely to him. When people ask if he's seeing anyone, his "no, I'm good" becomes a simple statement of fact. This contentment grows from his long-standing ability to find joy in the process. Since he no longer feels the pressure to match the milestones of his friends, he stops looking for a partner to serve as proof of a successful life. Most television writing dictates that happiness must arrive in the form of a wedding or a final dramatic kiss. But that ignores the reality of many modern lives, where fulfillment is found through a different set of values. It's possible to build an incredible existence through creativity, a sense of purpose, and the freedom to move through the world on your own terms. Joey is the only character who authentically represents this alternative path. He doesn't need to be part of a pair to be significant. Years later, Joey hosts a dinner for the group. Monica is critiquing the kitchen, Ross is telling a story no one asked for, and the room is filled with the same chaotic noise they've shared for decades. He looks around the table and sees exactly what he's built. There is no empty chair he's waiting to fill, no quiet space in his life that requires a romantic partner to make it feel inhabited. He sits in the middle of the noise, completely at ease. The physical presence of his friends and the work he loves provide a weight and a warmth that he once thought he could only find on a date. Joey didn't need a final romance to complete his story, because the happiness he spent years searching for was already there, in the life he chose to build every day.